Welcome everybody to LevelMDiecast. This is episode 12, Diecast haul time. Always a good time because we get to do things a little bit more freestyle. We don't have to follow any specific type of process or anything like that. We're not trying to get all fancy in here. Take a look at a couple things. I did pick up this. This is a Road Champs monster truck, and yes, that is a Dodge Caravan. 100% Caravan for sure. There is the Dietz Road Champs. It's pretty cool. It's neon yellow. Kind of interesting setup. There's no interior in it, but it's a pretty cool thing. It's a 90s thing, you know. It does have American flag on there with the star and stuff. It's kind of cool. It's in, like new condition, which is always a good thing. So pretty cool. Definitely way smaller than your standard monster trucks, which, yes, we do have some. We do have some. Just a few. We don't have very many Hot Wheels this time. Again, it's always a good thing. We're trying to limit the Hot Wheels. This is a new case that's hitting Walmart. This is actually a case that's been out for a while, but they're hitting Walmart in their kind of shippers, their trays. They come with the color changer monster trucks as well. So this one is the 5 alarms. This is brand new for 2022. Take them out of there. Comes with one of those hard plastic crappy cars that you're supposed to, monster truck on. This guy's pretty cool just because he's got those flame wheels on there, those flame tires painted up. Looks pretty cool. Has that different style of wheel on there. Definitely like that. It says Hot Wheels on there. Pretty neat. Does have a ladder that sort of kind of moves. Doesn't move much. That's about as much as it moves. But it looks pretty good in white. White and chrome. Pretty fancy. They do have a very similar casting that is in the main line, so it's the same old. Rolls pretty good for having that deco on there. A flame deco looks pretty cool. Next one we got up. This is the latest Roger Dodger. This is from the same case. This is in a kind of a matte green kind of color. Does have those offset staggered Krager style wheels. I'm not a big fan of those. Personally, so get him out of there, get the package out of here. There is our Roger Dodger. I do like the fact that it's kind of raked, looks pretty good raked. I just don't like the offset of the wheels. It's not monster truck. It's kind of to me, it looks kind of like a gimmick. Not kind of like a gimmick, it's 100% a gimmick. Nice front print on there though, looks pretty good. Big chrome engine on it. No interior as usual, no print on the rear. Seems to be a common thing with the Roger Dodger. So, still does that turn thing, but barely. Barely does it. Looks like my back tire is crooked. It's all good, though. Here's the coolest one, though. By far. Been waiting for this all year. Finally got this guy. This is brand new casting. It's not just a brand new, piece on the top of an existing thing. It's 100% brand new casting. Try to Crush Me. This is the 3-wheeler. So this is in the same case code as those guys. So if you want to find this, you should be able to pick it up should you find that other case. It seems to be several in there too. So don't worry about like only 1 or 2 in the shipper. Seems to be pretty lucrative. So it does have that kind of turning feature for the back. It does turn in the front as well. That's pretty cool. That's really cool actually. This is just your standard wheel in the back, but the front is a new wheel for sure. The forks are all metal, which is pretty nice. Looks like the body in there is metal as well. Handlebars are plastic, very soft plastic. And then, of course, the fairing and stuff like that is all plastic. There's the Dietz on there. Monster Trucks, it says. Looks pretty cool. Pretty giant. Got some, chain detail in there. Some detail in there for the brake rotor. That's kind of cool. There's some details in there. Like I said, it does turn. It's kind of interesting. It's a gimmick thing, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that it's giant. I mean, it's the same size as those guys, which is ridiculous. All right, we have just a few more Hot Wheels. I did finally get one of these Sam Walton trucks. This is the one with the Rail Riders from a little bit, a few years ago. These were available at Walmart if you were lucky enough to actually find them. Nothing fancy on the back. It says Walmart Museum, which is kind of weird that they have a museum. But got this in a trade. So, of course, I opened all the stuff. There is our Sam Walton truck. It says Walmart on the tires. Looks pretty good. Does have the 2 boxes in the back. So this is an extra. This whole piece here is all added into the bed with the tailgate down and stuff like that. So it's not a new casting. It's existing casting. They just modified this piece to add into the bed. So looks pretty cool. You know, chrome base. It's pretty nice. So I'll take it. I'll put it in the Primo display case because I got plenty of space in there. Not. Knocking off another one of these Combat Medics that I didn't have. This is the Mardi Gras from 2011. So pull them out. This is the mix on the back. Should you want to see the mix? Nothing really fancy in there except for, of course, Combat Medic. I kind of like the Canyon Carver, but I just needed the Mardi Gras one for the Combat Medic. So just purple with gold. Some deets for the headlights on there. Green tinted window. Not sure if this is the opening back one. Yep, it's the opening back one. Get that. Ooh. Connect back in there. There we go. Casting's been around for freaking ever. Very last Hot Wheels item. This is a 5-pack. World Racers 2. So I bought this pack for 2 cars. Give you a few seconds to figure out which 2 cars that is. Well, if you pick the Porsche and the Lamborghini, you're pretty good. So those are the 2 that I needed out of this pack. Rest of them, not a big deal. Although I did start to collect that Paños. The Paños Esperante. But since this is in an American race car, it's just Paños Esperante. We can't say it correctly. It does have like some, kind of weird samurai type decals on here. It says Samurai Racing. It's kind of interesting. These are Thailand bases on these ones. So that guy, the Lamborghini Countach, the original non-wing Countach. They will have a brand new casting coming out in the Jay Leno's garage. It's a pretty nice one. Looks pretty good. I don't like the orange window, but I can deal with it. And then, of course, there's this guy in dark blue. This is the Porsche 911 GT1. So definitely needed this one with the super yellow window, or amber window, however you want to say it. It is part of the headlights as well. So you get amber color for those. All these sponsors on there. I don't think it's anything in particular. Just Hot Wheels designers like usual, which is fine. No qualms with that. So we'll throw these up there. Just for, shits and giggles, it does come with that Rally Escort. Looks decent. And then, of course, the 360 Modena. I will pass this on to somebody else at some point at a toy show or something, because not something that I collect in the collection. So we will move that off to somewhere else. Get this stuff out to the studio. All right, pretty much everything that remains needs scissors. I did pick up, of course, because we're Mopar here at Level M. This is a new release from M2, just the standalone hauler, Mopar hauler, classic hauler, the 66 L600 COE, which is the the race back section or whatever you want to call it. They've done a bunch of the Chevy ones, but finally we get one in Mopar Love. It's about time we finally get some Mopar Love from M2. They're pretty strict with their square bodies. They really like the square bodies. I was pretty reluctant on opening this. So to be honest with you, I bought 2. Keep one carded up and then open one for display purposes. Just because M2s are not good loose. M2s are kind of one of those things you have to keep in the package forever. If you open them up, you are likely to find many issues. But this one looks pretty good. Bumpers attached. All the lights look good. Horn looks good. This whole back section is plastic, unfortunately. It has a sorry excuse of a trailer hitch right there. You could never attach a trailer to that ever. It does have space up here for tires, but there are none. Simulated winch, and then there's a little spot here to put a vehicle in. Now, in case you guys were wondering, well, what exactly are you going to do with the hauler? Well, I have a enormous amount of older Greenlights that I picked up. So we are going to crack these open. I actually thought about doing a separate video for these, but it really worked better to just do it this way. You know, I have a lot of other stuff on tap. If you guys have been watching all my videos, I got Majorette to get to. I just got that box from Germany that's got Moving Parts Mix 1. That is super, super hot that I need to get on the channel. So we're just going to go through what we have. This is an older release of Auction Black. I think that's what it was before I threw the package away. This is the 70 Challenger in blue. Nice deets underneath the hood. Blue interior on this one. Number 2898 is my number. So just put that guy right there. Looks pretty good, but don't you worry. We got plenty more. Picked up another one. This one is in, you know, green. Grabber green, lime green. Something like that. I'm going to cut this guy open. So this one is Series 15, which is way back in the day. I don't think they do normal auction block anymore. I think they just do like Barrett Jackson and stuff nowadays, but I could be wrong. There's just so much Greenlight. Plus, I'll be honest with you guys, I have a massive Greenlight haul coming in on Tuesday. So I don't want to clog up the channel with too much Greenlight, although there is a lot of content in there. 1439 is the number on this guy. It does have black interior, black hood. Does have opening hood just like the other one does. Same engine down in there. Looks pretty decent. Little auction sticker on the windshield. Looks pretty good. So throw him there. All right, we're going to switch gears a little bit. Not too much. We're going to roll out with a bunch of modern Challengers. And what we're going to do is I'll start with I got a couple of the concepts. So this one is a Greenlight exclusive. This was like a promo one or a toy show or something to that effect. Maybe was even available just in the opening hood, you know, kind of thing. You know, Greenlight used to have an RLC style, you know, collector thing called opening hood where you could get stuff not available to the rest of the market, just like Hotwheels does, although they do not do that anymore. I do not like the concept casting from the Challenger on Greenlight. I really, really don't. I think it's terrible. But since this one is an exclusive, does have the Greenlight logo there on the back, I decided I'd have to have this particular one. So I did pick this one up. It does have a opening hood. There is the concept motor down in there. It did not end up looking like that when it was produced, but that's the way it looked because it had the 6.1 Hemi in there. That's pretty cool with the Greenlight on the back. That looks pretty sweet. The Greenlight from Greenlight. Haha, pun intended. Ooh, look at that. That's a pretty small number, 73. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Like that number. I'm not really sure the significance of why they use a green rivet in the front. That rivet is actually part of something in there. It's not the metal, I don't think. So I've actually dropped one of these castings once, and it actually came apart. So this front rivet, I think, is plastic, if I remember. And I don't know why it came apart, but I thought it was kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. This one is interesting. I've never, ever seen a pink one. So that's why I picked this up, just because it's different. It's pink. I don't know the significance of this. If there is one, it doesn't really matter to me because it's pretty unique to have a pink one. This is from Stock and Custom. So this is more of the, I guess, the more of the custom one. Although most of their customs were pretty outlandish. Slide this out. There is the pink. It's like a, it's darker than it shows on the camera. It's pretty bright on the camera, but I assure you it's a lot darker in person. Of course, that is the concept casting again. Just does not look good. They used to do, you know, plates back in the day. They don't do those really at all now. Same deets under the hood. That is got some orange paint on it. You can see there, just kind of interesting, a little bit different. Hood closes very, very good, very flush. 1554 on this one. Again, just the green rivet, kind of weird. But those are the only two concepts. Now, the rest of these are all going to be the actual Challenger casting, which is actually a very, very good casting. Auction block, this is series number 7. So this is quite old. This is 2008 Greenlight. So very, very old. Was that 14 years? It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy. So 14 years ago, this was a newbie. Throw that out. This one is in just solid black. Does have some matte gray-ish kind of stripes on there on the hood. Does have the, you know, lip spoiler, or the duck's bill spoiler, I guess you could say. That says SRT8 on it. Pretty good. Looks pretty nice. Again, just opening hood. See, they changed the header manifolds on this one. So it was a little bit different on the production version, but not too much different. Still had that 6.1. Oh, man, too bad it wasn't 1776. That would have been the coolest Challenger ever. Ever. They retained that green thing in the front. I guess that was a thing they were doing back then. It's kind of interesting. It's just weird. Lots of detail on the base, though. Looks pretty good. You know, 1776. Man, I wish it would have been 1776, you know? All right, moving on to Muscle Car Garage. This is series number 9, it says down here. These are 2008 still. So, a bunch of different Challengers on here. Now, just so you guys know, these are just Challengers I'm missing. I have probably 20 plus Greenlight Challengers. I just somehow I missed a bunch, I guess, or I didn't know about a bunch, and I came across a whole bunch of them at a shop, and so I tried to go through and buy all the ones I didn't have. Probably left a couple I don't have. I know for sure, 100% for sure, I left some concepts I don't have because I don't want those. This one is in just regular dark blue. No stripes, no nothing, just dark blue. That's it. It's a very large casting because, of course, the Challenger is a big fat car. It's a giant. It's a huge boat. There is the deets on the back. Again, they used to do the plates, which was pretty nice. 1911 is the number. This base is nice and painted. Looks pretty good. Just some paint on the tip for the exhaust. Looks pretty proper. Definitely way better than the concepts. Just saying. This one, Series 9, so these are from the same series. So crack this one open. These scissors have probably cracked open like, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 clamshells at least in their life. They are the OG scissors. This one is in just orange. Again, no stripes, no nothing like that. Again, they all have opening hoods. Wasn't really showcasing that. This one does have the 5.7 Hemi in there. Doesn't have the 6.1. This is just the RT. Plate deets again. It says Chow 09. 1102 is the number. Again, painted base, the exact same. 1102. Got another one here. This is from Series 9 as well. So I guess I only had one from Series 9 because I picked up 3 of the 4 it has on the back. So Hemi orange, deep blue, silver metallic, and brilliant black crystal. So black crystal, blue metallic, or deep blue, Hemi orange, and then bright silver metallic. Oh, I guess it's all 4. No, wait, this one was auction block, I think. Yeah, that first one was auction block. So maybe I already had the black one. I don't know. My collection gets to the point where I don't even remember anymore. So, like, I literally have to carry pictures of every display case because if I don't, I can't remember what I have. There's just too much stuff. It's impossible. This looks really, really good. This is not as good as silver as, like, my actual SRT is, but this is not brilliance, I guess. It's not... It doesn't have like a metallic sparkle to it. It's just regular silver. So it's not quite as nice. This one has the, of course, SRT8 motor down in there. Looks pretty good. Looks fancy. This one, 1455 is the number. Same painted base. Same deets. Got a few more here. We're almost there. This is a trade show of the Challenger. Obviously, 2011 Challenger RT Classic, it says. This is from 2011. So, there you go. 2011, whatever the trade show was. It was either Toy Fair or SEMA, or maybe it was everything. They just put it all together. You see there's SEMA, the German toy show, the US toy show, and then the Hong Kong toy show. So they probably just used the same model for all of them. It was probably a lot easier to do that. Try to get this out. Didn't get the clamshell all that well. So slide that guy out. Okay. All right, so this guy comes with the Kragers, which I think look a lot better on this car than the standard 5-spoke wheels do. Always has the same deets on it. This one is in Hemi Orange. Does have the RT stripes on the side. Looks pretty good. Of course, still going to have opening hood. Potentially. If I can get it open. There we go. Just the, 5.7 Hemi in there because it's just the RT. There we go. This one, is he not numbered? Oh, they're not numbered. Okay. Well, no number on that guy. That's all good, though. We don't need a number. Last two challengers I have are a little bit of yin and yang because of, these are the Popo. This is Hot Pursuit. This is series number 3. Now, to give you perspective, I will be getting series 42 Hot Pursuit on Tuesday. 42. Can you believe that? 42. It's insane. It's insane. Cut this guy open. Yeah, Hot Pursuit's probably one of their best lines. Oop, hold up. Sorry about that. We had a issue with our mound of clamshells behind me. So this is the, let's see here, Rockdale County Sheriff. This is a licensed deco. I don't know if they actually had an actual challenger, but they probably did. I would say they probably did. Just for maybe promotional purposes or something like that. Hood opens again. 6.1 liter in there. It was pretty common. That's pretty much all they did. Looks pretty decent. 4868, pretty high number. So this one's got a bunch of paint on it. So maybe the rivets are just painted. I'm not really sure why they do that though. It just doesn't make any sense to me, but it's interesting nonetheless. Very last challenger. I know I've had a ridiculous. Look at that. I didn't have all those challengers. I have 20 something challengers and I didn't have any of those. This is the last one. This is also Hot Pursuit. This is also Series 2. So this guy is in Edmonton, Alberta Police Service Deco. All done up, drag car style. This is a nod to all of you up in the Great White North. Take that out of there. This one looks pretty good. Does have old school Dodge banner on the top. Chrysler Canada. Definitely promotional for sure. A lot of details on here. A lot of stuff to check out. A lot of stuff to read. Bunch of sponsors and whatnot. I'm assuming does have a light bar on there integrated. Matte black on the hood section. Just your standard 6.1 in there. It's not a drag motor, nothing like that. 768, relatively low number. See the little pizza cutters on the front and the fat slicks on the back. Looks pretty good. They use those on the Challengers a couple of times. It doesn't look all that good. Looks pretty bad actually, but actually, let's see here. There we go. A little bit more drag style, right? A little bit more. All right, the very last item that we have here on today's Diecast haul. I did get one of these tractors. Now, I didn't go out and purchase this tractor. This actually came in a collection I bought. But I want to keep it because it's all decorated up with American flag. Looks super, super cool. Originally bought at Hobby Lobby way back in the day, clearanced for $5 because yes, even today Hobby Lobby takes clearance realistically. When it's on clearance, it's on clearance. Like you go to like Walmart and they'd be like it's clearance and it'd be like $11.99. And you're like, are you serious? Hobby Lobby doesn't do that. When they do clearance, they do real clearance. It's really clearance. This is from 2010. So this one is a little bit older. So I don't know the deets of this one. I don't collect Ertl. I don't collect tractors or anything like that. But I got this guy because he looks super cool and he's going to look cool in the display case. All beefy, all done up, all craziness. There is the base deets. Does have that, kind of moving front axle. It doesn't steer per se, but it moves because it's a tractor. Really nice. It's like a wrap almost that goes on here. Not really like a print. You can see kind of how it's kind of wrinkly in the back. It's kind of like a water decal, so to speak. I don't really like those because if you get a spot where you kind of push it, it'll crack. So you got to be really careful with it. But it looks pretty good. A lot of details on this. Super, super detailed actually. 165 years. It says built in Racine, Wisconsin. Case, harvester. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I like the big dual tires in the back and Maybe put one of those Greenlight hay bales on the back of this in the display case. I think they look pretty cool because Greenlight tractors are not as cool, but the tractors for Ertl, obviously they're pros at that stuff. So there you go. That is Diecast Haul episode 12. Not a huge amount of stuff, but we are heavy on Greenlight, which is a first. Of course, we still have monster trucks. Seems to be a staple on the Diecast hauls, but we'll get this stuff done up. We'll get it in the display cases. I'll hopefully have a update on the progress for that room here very, very shortly. And, of course, I have a whole slew of other stuff coming down the pipeline, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. You like those challenges, you like that stuff, drop a comment. I love to read them. I will respond to you. And I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Really helps out. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. LevelMDiecast. Peace.